hello there, and this is Kingoftryinit, always trying it, and I'm here with another video to show you about weapons, armor, stuff that you really should know. Let's get into it. So weapons. This is my best weapon cache here, but obviously I've got another place. So I keep all my really important weapons in a certain location, but the crapper weapons go here for like farming, whatever, or dismantling. The reason why I do that is because it's to stop the risk of dismantling the wrong weapons. You're thinking, what are you on about? Your mobile kind of nah. This game is different when it comes to weapons, because you can have a deck card for 16 damage, but then you can have the same deck card again for 16 damage, right? That's a bad example. There we go, 17. There we go. So as you can see, there's got a color out round of it, which is green, which means enhanced. As you can see, deck card, and it says enhanced underneath, but you got the other deck card, it just says gray for stock, which just basically means gray basic crap. But what if I would surprise you and say that gray in this game is better than green? I'll show you why. So we'll start with these two weapons, because by showing you these two weapons, I can explain every other weapon. Obviously, in dismantle, you're not really going to see much of a difference. It's just, you know, how much the drawer is. All right, so that doesn't really change anything. So don't worry about that. Go ahead and dismantle it. This is where it changes things big time, especially when you're at the start of the game. When you put this deck card in, the repair is 4 generation gun parts and 3 pistol ammo. And this is for the grey one, right? But this one is 6 generation 1 parts and 5 ammo. And it's weaker. Alright, the grey one is stronger and it costs less to repair. So when it comes to farming, this is what you're going to be repairing, because you will run out of this stuff. You probably have played the game at the start and you're just like, man, I wish I could repair guns, you know, this table was pointless. It's because there's a strategy and a tactic to this, and you've got to really pay attention, because if you manage to get a grey stock and it's higher than a green, greens are actually better, but it's finding that green that has higher stats, which is really difficult. Most of the time you'll probably find a grey, and a grey is better because the repair cost, as you can see here, is lower. And that goes the same for not just all the guns, it goes the same for armor, and it is so important for armor. I've got a generation 2 armor. Now this is like level 30, level 40 armor, something like that. You only get this from the highest zone in the game, really hard zone. It's 50 armor, right? And it's grey. Okay, so that means it's going to be cheaper to repair. But since it's generation 2, you can't repair it because those materials you'll need are completely different materials. But I've got a generation 1 armor, green enhanced, at 50. It's the same exact armor as the bully jacket. But I can repair this one because it takes the beginner materials of the game. You can farm a level 1 zone and repair this armor. And this one, you wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to repair this unless you upgrade your repair bench, which is obviously this one, to level 2, and it will let you. Obviously, I'll show a quick example of that now, where it will show you the materials. So there you go. It needs leather, which we do have. To be honest, we have all these materials. But as you can see in the bottom right, it says repair station must be upgraded. So without the upgrade of the repair station, it ain't happening. You'll have to spend 8k just to upgrade it. Then you have to put materials in. So let me show you the example with the weapons table. So give me 2 seconds. Is it here? No. I need to bring a gun for example purposes. I'll bring this one. And I'll bring some shotguns. That's a nice deck card. That's a nice MVP. Cool. And let's bring the knife. Why not? Okay, so we'll go over to here now. All right. So this is obviously, you know, a level 1 repair bench. I've showed you the other guns. I'm going to show you a generation blue, my only blue I have, and it's down. It's not even called rare. It's elite. It's called. This is the repair cost for it, which To be honest, I thought it'd be a lot worse. I actually thought this would be a lot worse. It still does 25% of the job, which is cool. So if your weapon breaks fully, it only is 25 points per repair. So that's pretty awesome. So that's actually all right. But we can't do that because, as you can see here, we need to do all of these items here. We had to pay 5k, I think, firstly, and then we still need to fill all this up. This thing here, electric drive, really damn rare. Okay, playing for ages, not seeing it. It's like the new console, but the higher version of the console. Got something in my eye. Getting blinded. And it takes these generation parts. The screws are annoying. I could go on. Okay, so I won't be able to repair those level of guns until I get that upgraded. So I'm stuck with the lower stuff. Same goes for this. This is a generation 2 weapon. Anything generation 2 can't be done. All right, but that knife's going to be really helpful later. But now we've got what? Okay, we got a 22 shotgun. Now, this is my gray strongest shotgun, and this is the repair cost for it. Not bad at all. Really, really suitable. Yeah, worth keeping 100%. But if you go to a green, which is just one above it, it's taking 4, an extra 1 bullet. It's not worth it. If for 1 damage, unless it kills an enemy in 1 hit, and that 1 extra damage makes all the difference, it's not worth it. Okay, and shotgun hits multiple enemies, so unless it does that, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Then you've got, now this is something ridiculous I'm going to show you. Here we go, an MVP. If you don't know what an MVP is, if you just played the game at the start, an MVP is the first kind of pistol you get in the game. This pistol's at 19. Now this is a good example of a green pistol being better than a gray. I've not found any high grays at all. Highest gray MVP was probably been 12 or 11. 19, this beats a Decard, which is the better than the MVP. It's what you get in the next like level 2, level 3 zones. You'll get a Decard. You won't see it in the first zone, and if you do, it's extremely rare, but I've never seen it. So, but this Decard and this have the same, obviously, damage, right? But if you put the Decard in, obviously more expensive. So, because it's a better gun. But since it's the same damage, you wouldn't bother. You would just repair the MVP. What's the point? The Decard does have 2 extra shots than the MVP, but in terms of repairs, I wouldn't bother with it. I just wouldn't. And then we've got the 16 Decard again. So what I end up doing, or what I suggest you guys should do, is use these pistols in the zones, high level zones. If it's about 17, 16 minimum, you do up to level 3 zone maximum and just spam use them. Don't care. And when they run out, dismantle them. You can dismantle them early if you want and get guaranteed materials. But personally, I feel like doing a zone and opening up the boxes is way better than dismantling and getting those 2 little free bits. It's better to run a whole zone, play safe, play good, and get a humongous amount of loot. And you may even get some more Decards back, whatever, or you might even get a better assault rifle, because when I've done a 3rd zone or a 4th zone, I've got an assault rifle, and that's a big win. So I'd rather use them than dismantle them. And then when you dismantle them at the end, then obviously, you know, you'll get these type of materials back. Do you know what I mean? Like, it won't be enough. You'll have a chance of getting absolutely nothing, or it'll be 1 or 2s of it, something like that. But you still have a chance of getting all of it. It's legit. It's happened. It rarely happens, but it happens. Extra help on that, to be honest, to secure that even more so, is if you're lucky enough to put this on, which is deconstruction. This helps with your dismantling. It's 4%. It's really not a lot. I think you can increase it to 3 maximum before you need a generation 2 identifier, which is another video. I'll talk about that later, about all the cybernetic skills. I'm not going to mention that in this one, but yeah, you definitely want to get that to help you on your dismantling. It's going to help you a lot. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I hope I've explained everything about guns and armors and all that stuff. If you have any questions for me, just comment down below. I know only 1,000 people can download this at the moment, so obviously the videos of this area is not going to do well until they open it out to the public. So I'm just going to give you information of what we got so far, and you know, keep doing it as long as I can. All right, okay, so this is Kingoftryinit, always trying it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.